Bryce Hubbart show. He was outstanding. Landed a lot of good breaking balls. And to keep a good offense, on their heels, you've got to be able to do that, even though you've got the great extension and carry to the fastball. And he actually landed a few changeups as well. He was really good. Some timely hits. The defense was solid. It was a great jump at Reese there in the ninth inning. It's not an easy play, especially at twilight. And all in all, it was a good day.
Earlier this week, you told us that you wanted these weekend series to be incremental in terms of difficulty for your ball club. Coming off a walk-off win last night and then some good offense today, how do you feel your team has met those expectations so far?
Yeah, they're getting used to what it's like. That when they're used to, when they come in here, they haven't seen a 3-1 slider, or a 3-1 changeup, or had to throw that pitch for the pitchers. And they're learning that, and it doesn't get exposed unless you're going against good competition. It doesn't show itself. So I'm liking what I'm seeing with some guys. There's some that are still, we got to keep working at it, and going out of the zone and taking pitches in the zone that should be hit. But, I like the communication on the defenses and the shifting and everything is going well, and obviously we're pitching the heck out of it.
How happy were you to get Bryce stretched out to 90 pitches?
Yeah, that was said 104 in the box, but it was actually dead on 100, and that's critical to be able to go into conference knowing your guys have been somewhere around that because, they're horses. So you got to stretch them out and get them to where they're used to doing that come conference time.
He extended his hitting streak to 10 games. I know we've asked you about him a lot, but just as a freshman to be able to come in and do that and also walk 2 times today.
Yeah, that's the thing that he's always had, that ability to work an at bat. And that was the first thing. It wasn't having success early on when the fall, and but that we knew he was going to be a guy once we got some things straight with his swing plane and where he's trying to hit the ball and stuff like that. But he's always been able to put together at bats, and guys that can do that, they're realizing how valuable it is, and they're paying for it now. MLB guys that's what they're chasing. So he's got a chance to be really special.
I would assume you kind of wish you had a little bit more answers coming out of the bullpen at this point in the season. But just, I guess your thoughts on what you got out of David and Dylan and where you want to be at in terms of who you can bring out.
Yeah, again, coming in and firing strikes. That's what bullpen guys have got to be able to do, regardless of the environment and the strike zone and who's hitting. They've got a bunch of guys, just like Mercer did, that have reverse splits. And, when I say reverse splits, and generally left-handed hitter, hits better against righties and versus lefties and vice versa. But, they've got to be able to come in and fire strikes. But I know what we've got down there. I'm content with what we got. And Davis was down there getting ready, and he felt 100% today, so we were ready to use him. And Wyatt Crowell, and you'll see both of those guys tomorrow. And Davis.
Brock's only been here 2 months, but it seems like guys are already gravitating to him a bit. Just what is it about him, his character, that guys gravitate?
He's one of those guys that cares more about others than he does himself, and he goes out of his way to make people feel good about themselves. And he hasn't gotten a lot of playing time. It was an adjustment to catching our guys, and some guys we feel comfortable with him catching, and some right now we don't. And he's the same way. And he's like, hey, this one's a little bit difficult. And, Colton's had him for forever and a day, so. We're going to be gradually working him in. He was good. Obviously smashed that ball and had another double. And there's just some things we had to iron out before we said, all right, go get him. And but you'll be seeing more of him.
Did you know he had that kind of pop?
Oh yeah.
453 off the bat.
Yeah, he's very strong, and he kept his hands in tight. That's one of the things that we had to work on. He wanted to cast him, everything. At Okie State, apparently it flew big time to left, and that was the thing. He wanted to get out and get extended and hook everything, and he did hook 2 today, but again the pitch dictated it. It wasn't something he went out and around and got away with. That's the way you used to hit him, right? Mm-hmm.
How valuable is Logan for you guys?
Yeah, he's the guy that again, he can play third, he can play any outfield position. You know, he could do a lot of things. You know, he's got thump and he can run, and he's probably our best base runner. You know, and he's just a comforting, relaxing situation. You know what you're going to get out of him, and you know, he's been getting a little bit of the chase bug, and it was good to see today he didn't have that stuff. So he's got to stay compact, let it get deep, drive it the other way, and run like crazy.
I don't know how long there's been a Seminole head above that scoreboard, but has anybody else tagged it that you can remember?
Not that I mean, BP, they do it all the time, but not in the ball game. That ball was hit good, no doubt. We got to get better. We got to be ready to go tomorrow. Those guys are going to come after us. They're a very good ball club. They're going to come after us. They got more bullets down there in the pen and another good starter. So,
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
all right, guys.